Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Raven Elizabeth.
Hey, it's Drina.
And you're watching Giving Up the Game.
You can go ahead and follow me on Instagram at _BlueCoke.
And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. I know you guys have noticed that someone's missing today. Mel is actually celebrating his birthday, so he couldn't be here. We want to make sure we wish him a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mel.
So in today's episode, we are going to be discussing preferences because people have so many different opinions on things. And we want to make sure that we attack everything and you guys hear what we like and we see what you guys like. So make sure you comment after today's episode because we just want to hear your opinion on your preference.
Alright, so if you had to choose a vice, right? Would it be drinking alcohol, obviously, or smoking weed?
I'm definitely picking smoking over drinking.
You know what? It really depends on what type of mood you're in because I flip-flop between everything in life, including my own life. So I just feel like, it's 1 year where I drink a lot and then it's 1 year where I smoke a lot and then now I've just been back and forth, but I've been in a really bad habit of smoking, which is a little strange.
I just don't like the way alcohol makes you feel in the morning.
I love alcohol.
No, don't get me wrong. It's amazing.
In the morning.
It's great.
Good morning.
I'm
in the morning.
I'm saying, I don't like throwing up. I don't like none of that.
That's a bad morning.
Exactly.
But that's a good night.
But that's
you
a lot of alcohol.
It's a balance. That's a good night.
But that's a lot of alcohol. Come on.
What you drinking then? Because I'm a little confused.
Henny.
On what night?
Every night.
No. It's different nights for different occasions.
All right.
If I'm using a nigga, we drinking Henny. If I'm having a chill night, just have an IPA. That's how I feel.
All right. We got it. Hey. If you using somebody, you must be drinking Henny. So I think guys need to look out for girls drinking Henny because
just look out for me, period.
Next question. Speaking of using people, which would you prefer? The good guy, he's probably, let's say, middle class, or the douchebag who's a multimillionaire? And this is the person you gotta marry. And
douchebag for 100, please.
Marriage, what's that?
Douchebag for 100, please.
Nah, all right. All jokes aside, honestly, let me tell you something. So, I have this mentality thing, because I'm not sure if everybody's aware. I'm pretty sure everybody's aware now that I have foster parents. So my thing is not to please them, but it's pretty much to be the best version of myself to make sure that both sides of my family is happy. And I feel like I've done this thing where I've tried to choose men that are college educated and have good working jobs and make good money and take care of themselves and their family and things like that.
But you love a real nigga.
But what? Nah, all right. Anyways,
I'm sorry.
It's not about.
Just get to the point.
The point is that as long as he takes care of you, he cares about you, loves you, then at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. He's doing what he has to do, so it shouldn't be no issue.
So for clarity, you're choosing the good guy who's middle class over the millionaire.
I seem to be choosing all the clowns, but we'll get back to that another time in a different episode.
I still feel like I'm picking a douchebag because I think I'm a douchebag millionaire, so
I'll take the good guy.
I mean,
yeah. It wouldn't really make a difference if I made more money than him or he made more money than me, as long as we're happy and everything's getting done that we need to get done. And it is what it is.
Okay.
Would you rather try again with an ex who's totally changed, new person, or start a new thing with somebody who's completely new, this is the first time you're running into them?
I feel like I tried again with an ex before that claimed they changed and ain't shit changed, but the date, the clock, the time, yeah, nothing changes. A person is who they are. I mean, people grow, but I feel like if a nigga ain't shit, he always ain't gonna be shit. Look at Future. That's the only example I think I gotta say. It don't matter how many baby mothers go by, he's not with it. It's just not happening. So it's just why keep giving somebody a chance? I'd rather start fresh and you know, take a risk. Like, that's what life is about, really taking risks. Oh, you think he changed because he cut his hair, he don't got braids no more? Or he fixed his teeth? Like, all right, dummy. What changed? She likes starting over. I know her.
So you would, choose to...
Yes.
So
Bitch,
you...
I'm about to be 25. I don't got time to fucking start over.
All right, not no more, but I'm just saying, like, she do like starting over. So
yeah, if you fuck up one time, you out the door. I don't really give a fuck.
How's that strategy been working out for you?
All jokes aside, it has not been working out well. But that's just because I have such a strong personality and such a really, really horrible attitude. And every time I think I'm trying to dumb it down, it gets really, really stronger. And I don't understand how that works. I think starting over is okay, but it comes a point in time where you have to realize that you're of a certain age. And it's just like, if something's not working for you, then maybe you're not supposed to be in that situation.
All right, so you guys know when you hit the lotto, which one would you prefer? Lump sum or,
intervals.
I was going to say intervals too, because let me tell you something about us too. We're two different people, but we think alike, and it's a lot of places where you can invest your money, and it's all about balance. So you really have to be careful. You have to be smart with your money. And I feel like in intervals, you can do that because you can invest in, so like thousands of things you can invest into and just build your money up from there. It makes absolutely no sense to get a lump sum because it's like, all right, I got $500,000. Let me go buy a $250,000 house. Boom, half it is already gone. Like,
I feel like you don't think when you get the money in lump sum. Like, it's just like, I got it, so I could do this, that, and the third. Whereas if you get money in intervals, it's like, okay, I can't pay for this right now because I gotta wait for it to come. And then, like, as you're waiting, you realize what you were gonna pay for wasn't important. And like with me, I'm horrible at saving money. Horrible. Like, very bad. Like, I don't know how, I don't know why. Like, I could start it up and then next thing you know, I'm putting my hands in the pot. Like, I'm bad at that. So somebody give me lump sum. I'm not saying that I'm going to spend it all at once because I'm smart as far as what I purchase. However, I do feel like it'll be difficult for me to save as much. Whereas if it comes to me in intervals, it's like, okay, I know something's coming, or it's like, put this aside because
you're still limited and balancing.
You still can go back and touch into this. Like, you really don't have to touch that. Wait 2 more weeks, like, and then your bread coming. Like, that's how I feel. So I would definitely say intervals. Anybody that get lump sum, it's just they're not used to nothing and they just want their share and they want to go. You don't think people are scared though? Like,
that they're not gonna get paid?
No, it's not that they're not gonna get paid. It's like sometimes I feel like people are probably like, just give me all my bread so I could get up out of here, because if I get it in intervals, like, people gonna be on my back about it. Like,
I'm gonna be on your back about it regardless. If your circle is really, really tight, and that's including family, like, then you shouldn't have anybody on your back unless it's people that you really, really fuck with and that you trust, like, because you're gonna break them off regardless. So they shouldn't even be on your heels about no type of money at all.
That's true. That's true.
All right.
I don't object.
Next question. Which do you prefer, live action or animated?
Live.
What's the topic?
Like TVs and movies. You don't watch TV?
No, actually, I don't watch TV.
Wow.
I was so much
What's that topic?
By the time I get off work, I want to get in the house. I want to make dinner. I want to get a shower. I want to go to bed. When I do watch TV, it's CSI. That's it.
So
but
live
you
action.
Said live action or anime? Yeah, live action. Then
yeah, definitely.
Pretty much.
You guys were never anime fans? You guys never enjoyed anime?
I'll be honest, nah. I
like anime, but it's not in that category, so we're not gonna talk about that right now.
Do you like anime? Wait, you say hold on. We're not just gonna skip past this. Hold on. You said you like anime. What is the name of an anime that you like?
X-rated, sorry.
Oh wow, okay. Alright, the next question I have is, which artists do you prefer? Rihanna or Beyonce?
Beyonce. I could just vibe out to her music a little bit more. Like, I understand what she's going through when she's going through it. Like, I'm going through the same thing. All her songs are just beautiful to me. Like, I like the high notes. I like the to the left. Like, I like it all. Yeah. Rihanna's good No, let me not take her credit away. She's great, but like I don't know. I'm a little more mellow with Rihanna.
I don't have a preference for either. I listen to both of their music. Oh, that's your phone? I listen to both of their music, but I don't know. It depends on, like I said, it depends on what mood you're in. Like, Beyonce is like on some like, oh my god, like you really broke my heart, I'm gonna kill you type shit. And then like Rihanna's on some like, I'm about to go hang with the girls and we're gonna get revenge on you. Like, it's just two different types of vibes.
Okay, so then what about the classic Prince versus Michael Jackson?
Prince gotta go.
I didn't listen I didn't really listen to Prince's music. That was just not my choice of music for some reason. I don't know.
A lot of people are gonna have something to say to you about that one.
That was just not my choice of music. I've listened to like, you know, his
my favorite
famous
Michael
songs,
song is "I'll Be There." Just
yo,
putting it
you
out
remember
there.
when I sang that song in choir?
What's that?
In
You had a
high
solo?
school? Yes. And they laughed at me.
All right. Another classic question: which one do you prefer, Biggie or Tupac?
Biggie. Biggie's a vibe.
I get around.
So I'm guessing Tupac is the answer.
I like Brooklyn niggas, so Biggie.
We know. I hate city niggas. Like,
Damn.
I hate niggas, period. But
Damn.
I don't have a preference. I like all of their music, but if I had to choose like who I listen to more, it's definitely Tupac.
Definitely picking Biggie.
Yeah, Dear Mama is like one of my favorite songs. Like
that was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good
That
song.
was a real good one. I ain't gonna lie. But Biggie's still Biggie.
Brenda's got a baby.
Oh my god. Next question.
Okay. All right. Would you, let's say in the future, when you guys are parents, if you guys become parents, would you rather your kid go to college or start a business?
Yo, we always talk about this. Oh my
We
god,
do.
we always talk
I
about
feel
this.
like my kid will have the option. If my kid wants to take the route to go to college, I'm gonna make sure that my kid be's whatever my kid wants to be. However, I'm gonna make sure that they're in a field that when they get out of college, they're guaranteed a job. Because I feel like a lot of times with schools and especially teachers, they teach you the path that they went down. They went to school, then they went to college, and then they became a teacher. But it's like, besides being a teacher, if you don't get directly into a job, it's hard to survive. Because it's like people out here, they'll go to school and spend all this money on school, and then they'll come home, and then it's like they don't have a guaranteed job. And it's like, because people tell you, you could be whatever you want to be, and it's like, okay, but you're not telling me that I'm guaranteed a job. Whereas if like, maybe if they gave kids more of that type of insight, like, your job is not, your career is not a high quality job. As soon as you get out of school, people are not going to be looking for specifically you. So you got to do extra work. Whereas if maybe if your kid wants to start a business, they'll be learning. I work in a hospital, and you have the regular people that are the receptionists, you have the nurses, the MAs, and then you have the doctors. We interact with the patients. Where if in the other sense, you have people that are admin. They didn't go to school to deal with people. They don't sit at a desk and they don't interact with the patients. They don't do those things. You need to give your child an option, but however, it has to be the best option for them. Like, it can't be something where they're going to lack in, like they need to learn.
And to go off of what you're saying, you have to think about it from both perspectives, because there are parents that out there that are so adamant about sending their children to college because, sometimes it's either they went to college and they got a good job and they did this and they, provided for their family and made a living. But at the same time, it's like some parents didn't get a chance to go to college. So it's like they forced their children to go to college. So it's like, it's either you go to school or you get out, or it's go to school or you do this or do this or do that. I had to learn like on my own that, college is not for everybody. And like, I try to be a role model for my little brothers and my younger siblings as much as I can, and for my family in general. And like, let them know that, college was really the only way for me to like break my way and make my way through the system. but I had little brothers go to college, and they realized, what, like, I'm not doing this to please you. It's just like I realized, like, this is just not for me. But we're gonna take a different route. But either way, we're still gonna do what we have to do to take care of ourselves, and like just have to think about it from like different perspectives.
I'm putting it more so on the teachers, because teachers are with you 8 hours a day. They teach you how to write your college essays. They ask you a million times, what do you want to be when you grow up? Even guidance counselors, they help you in getting into your desired school. Being that those are the people that are so interactive in your whole picking a college, your whole next step thing, I feel like they need to be more realistic with kids.
And it needs to be more informative.
Yeah, don't just sell them a dream. Like, you know what I mean?
Sit here and tell me, and this is where the mistake was made. Like, I had all these people rooting for me when I was in high school and I graduated early and I went to college and things like that. But no one gave me the information and told me, like, don't go to a private school. So I ended up, $200,000 for a whole 4 years and ended up in $85,000 in loans. And it's just like, I wish someone would explain to me further, like, listen, go to a public school, go to a SUNY school, a CUNY school, start out and then work your way up. But I ended up going to a private school and now I'm like, $85,000 in the hole. And it sucks, but it's just like, even though it was worth the education, but it's just like,
now you gotta pay these bills for however long. Exactly. How many kids do you see and you know that they went to school, did everything that you told them to do, and they're nowhere near where they need to be, and you're like, wow, this kid is smart. Like, when do you stop that cycle of?
So, in your opinion, going to college does not help?
No, I'm not saying going to college does
definitely
not help.
Not saying that.
I'm saying the system that high schools provide as far as referring kids to college,
not as adequate as it should be, and
it's
as
not
it
realistic.
Yeah, because anybody that has a voice can speak up for anyone. You know what I'm saying? What they believe in, and I just feel like there's just not enough people that speak up together as a group and are able to inform every single student. You know how they have all these tutoring and after school programs? There should be workshops and things like that on college. It should be more. Then doesn't make sense.
But isn't most of the teachers English teachers that are the ones that's helping you with the college essays and as guidance counselors? Why can't y'all knock out one of them books?
It depends on
making
what
us read.
It depends on what field you're in. Because remember, I was in science and I had a chemistry advisor.
But I'm saying, we're not talking about college. We're talking about high school.
High school, okay.
High school.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the English teachers, right?
I agree.
And then the first half of English is literally doing book work. The second half of English is preparing for college. Knock out one of them books that y'all making us read for nothing and give us that realness that we need, that reality that we need. Spend that time with us. Y'all wasting our time making us read a book about something that we're not going to even do in college.
Now you got to think about it. You sit here saying they're wasting their time, but you have to think about it from their perspective, because it's like they have to follow a specific curriculum.
They give kids study hall breaks and stuff like that for what? Why don't you throw them in a class that's going to inform them about the reality once y'all get out this front door? They always telling us, oh, once you graduate, life going to hit you. Yeah, life hits us, and you guys are the ones that are supposed to prepare us for it. We're with you more than we're with our parents.
Because people are doing things and saying things and doing this, and you have politics, you have the news, you have all these like sources of propaganda going around. It's just like, people are shown one thing, but then they experience another thing. So it's just like, I don't know what to get comfortable with, because it's like, I'm seeing this and I'm seeing that and I'm being shown this. It's just like, it's confusing at one point.
Alright, final question. Would you prefer to marry someone within your race or without, like, not of your race?
Can I answer first? I don't discriminate. Let me tell you something. The only thing I know I don't like is women. That's just my preference. I love men of all races. You could be German, you could be white, you could be black, you could be whatever you are. I'm feeling you, feeling me. We're gonna be good, and that's just what it is.
I don't discriminate either. It's just
we're not talking about discrimination here.
I just prefer the black man. I just have to.
Okay.
Like, it's just, I need a black man. Simple. There's no other way around that. No other way around that. Like, I could talk to somebody of a different race.
Yeah, I don't have a preference.
I could, like, whatever. Like, I heard Italian men like black women, but I just feel like naturally, I'm going for the black man.
Everyone loves black women.
You're right, they do. All love us. But no, seriously, I'm going for the black man. That's just it.
I honestly don't have a preference. That's just what it is.
You don't have a preference in the type of people that you are
If I had to
attracted
spend
to?
my life with someone, I don't have a preference. This is somebody, obviously, that I love and that loves me and that who I want to be, we want to be with each other, and that's just what it is. Doesn't matter if he's black, doesn't
Yeah, I'm
matter
gonna
if
find
he's
that
white.
too, but I'm just gonna find a black man like that. That's it.
You go looking for things, you're gonna find it.
No, I'm saying like I'm gonna find somebody that
No, I
I'm
know
like
what you're
in
saying.
love with, and we're gonna spend the rest of our lives
But how you
together.
know
We're
he
gonna
gonna
have
be black?
kids and blah blah blah. Because
Put your pants on some really.
I just want a black man. Pretty much. So I'm just like, hey guys, it's Raven Elizabeth.
I'm just gonna be regular today. Hi, I'm Gina.
Yeah, you could do that.
Oh, okay.
John, just your should I run through the whole make sure you like us, follow us, think again?
Every time.